I have a right to be here and record. Like I said, I'm not going to go into any restricted areas.
Violating a department policy.
It's a policy. It's not law, sir.
No, the law is you have to leave the property once you're asked to leave.
Only if I'm sir.
Trespassing unless you leave.
Okay, I'm only trespassing.
I told you where to go. We're done talking. You gotta go ask civil this.
You don't know what the fire department called the police? Dude, how ironic is that? That's so silly. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just.
Have you spoken to him? Is there a problem?
No, I don't have an issue. It seemed like maybe Jim Bateman, the lieutenant up there.
Yeah.
What if a correctional officer barked you're trespassing, but the signs weren't there to back it up? In this heated First Amendment audit, a man walks a public trail that allegedly borders state prison grounds, but without clear boundaries. Who's really crossing the line? This one ends with a walk, but not the kind they expected.
That's a maintenance area. We're not going to go over there. It looks like you have a firing range over there also. Oh, here we go. Massachusetts Department of Corrections. Hey, what? My name's not Hey, man.
Can I ask you what you're doing?
It's pretty self-explanatory. Just taking a tour of the facility in any publicly accessible areas.
Alright, well, the department doesn't allow...
I don't care what the department allows, because that's policy.
Okay.
This is public property.
No, it's not.
Yes,
State
it is.
property.
It's state property, which is the same as public
All right.
property. There's no restricted signs. And as you're well aware...
Talk, okay?
Huh?
Let me just talk.
Well, maybe I don't want to listen. Are we going to have an issue here or what?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you to leave the property.
Really? You're going to trespass me from state property, which is public? There's no restricted signs here. No.
Okay.
I mean, there's no restricted signs. You want to call a supervisor?
No, probably.
This is public property. I have a right to be here and record on public property. It's my First Amendment right, sir.
Okay.
I'm not going to go into any restricted areas. I'll let you know that.
Okay.
I have no ill will or intent to be in any restricted areas. I don't want to be trespassing.
Alright, I think we're done talking to you.
I think so. Yeah. What's your name and badge number?
I'm not going to talk to you.
It's state law, sir.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. 41 Section 98D is state law.
Okay.
You want to not
done
identify yourself?
Sir.
Are you not going to identify yourself?
No, I'm not. We're done talking.
Okay. Well, who's your supervisor?
Take your arm out of my window.
Yeah, are you going to be on your way?
Yeah, I am.
All right, you're dismissed. See you later, sir. I'm all done talking with you since you don't want to identify. Okay. So he doesn't want to identify himself. Sir, you want to advise me where the restricted areas are, sir? He's... Mind your business. This is my property, state property, public property. Mind your business.
Right, but it's a prison. It's a security issue.
Yeah, well, I'm not in a restricted area, so like I said, mind your business. This is not a restricted area. This is publicly accessible. Call the state police. Yeah, see, they're on the phone when they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Cam back, cam back. Does that make you feel better? Hey, there's no recording on state property, sir. It's actually against their policy. It's actually against their policy to be recording on state property. It's not the law, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, God. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, man. I'm just exercising my rights. You know what I mean?
I understand what
Like I said, I'm not trying to go into any restricted areas at all. I don't belong there. You know what I mean?
Alright, so you're gonna let me talk?
Go ahead, sir. As long as you're going to identify yourself.
My badge number is 8161.
Okay, what's your name?
That's all I'm required.
Then I'm all done talking to you, man. No, you don't want to identify yourself. I mean, let me know who I'm talking to.
You want to identify yourself?
Sure. If you give me a name, I will.
I don't have to give you.
You are. It's policy and it's law, man. Come on. Why are you going to just have a cordial conversation here?
We're done.
We're done what? What are you going to say? I mean,
One more chance to leave the property. Yeah, are you gonna leave the property?
are you going to threaten me under arrest if I don't?
I'm threatening that.
I'm asking you. Are you giving me a lawful order, sir? I'm asking you if you give me a lawful order.
A lawful order to leave the property.
You are.
Yes.
Where is it? Where do I go? Where are the signs where I cannot be? I don't know. There are no signs here. So I will be willing to leave the property if I'm not in a restricted area. I have no problem with that, sir. So where is it? Where is the restricted area? Where are the signs? Is it over there? Is it over there? Sir. Is the restricted area over there? I'm confused. Can I do a FOIA request here? Yeah, and I'll leave. I just don't know where to go. I don't know how to get off the property, sir. Advise me where it is. Is it down there?
I probably do.
Sir, I don't know where the property line is. If you give me a lawful order, I have no problem leaving. Advise me where the property line is, and I have no problem going there. Sir, are you going to advise me where the sign is or where I go so I can leave the property under your lawful order? Sir, can you advise me where the property lines are so I'm not breaking the law?
Yeah, I can.
Can you please?
Are you gonna leave?
If you tell me where to go, yes.
Walk straight down this road?
I can walk legally down this road.
Absolutely.
Okay, but I can't record.
Not the road next to the prison fence, but the center road down there.
Okay.
Walk straight down that road.
Straight down that road.
And you will come to a sign that says Department of Correction property, no trespassing.
Really? So what about this area? And look, I'm not refusing to leave, okay? I just want to get this right. If I'm in a restricted area, I have no problem leaving. There's just got to be signs, man. And I didn't see any coming from the trail over there.
I'll tell you that the public has a right of way to pass through this road. This is a public road that you can pass through.
Right here.
You're not allowed to videotape or...
Under what law, sir?
I'm just telling you.
You're just, well, what law? Can I not record?
I'm telling you the department policy. I know the difference between law and policy.
Then please uphold your oath, sir. That's all I'm asking. I have a right to be here and record. Like I said, I'm not going to go into any restricted areas.
Violating a department policy.
It's a policy. It's not law, sir.
No, the law is you have to leave the property once you're asked to leave.
Only if I'm, sir.
Trespassing unless you leave.
Okay, I'm only
I
trespassing.
told you where to go. We're done talking.
Okay, I'm going to walk down this road and continue recording on public property, okay? You got that, right? I'm leaving, sir. I am on my way. Hold on. Which road? Not this one, right? I think it's this one. Yeah, so I guess the public right away is over there. And I'll talk to them about the signs over there. There's no signs coming from the hiking trail, which is over there, which is part of the wildlife reservation. So we do have a public right away of leaving the property, of coming onto this property. The only problem is they're saying I cannot record. And it did say public parking up there, but he's going against policy. He's going up with policy guys. So we'll go to the publicly accessible area. Maybe there's just some miscommunication with the signage over there at the wildlife reservation trail. Visitor parking is right here. And guys, I was only going to identify myself with my right here badge. Which is right here. Is your assembly building. So they're out there getting some rec time. Looks like we have a hearse coming out of the prison grounds. You got a basketball court on the other end. So we'll look at the signage over here. No trespassing, Department of Corrections right there. Keep out restricted area. Danger patrol dogs. Okay. You can see him way in the distance over there, guys. So I came from the other side of the trail, and I'll put it up on the maps just so you can see. And I'm curious to see what these signs say right here. So administrative building, assembly building, visitor parking, shipping and receiving, power plant, garage and maintenance shop. So visitor parking is on that road. And I still don't see any restricted area signs.
We off at 70 watt.
I don't see any events. Yeah, so this is a public road right here. That's restricted and that is restricted. But this road...
Sir, keep processing yourself off the property.
Where's the line, sir? I don't see any signs, man. Where are your signs? Where are you?
Continue in the other direction until you see the sign. I told you already. The state police have already been called.
Have they? Okay, I'll keep going until I see the sign. All right, so he's saying that there's a sign over here. And we'll go check it out. I have no problem with that. And we're going to continue our way. Apparently off the property. Attention, correction complex patrolled by correction officers. No firearms, illicit drugs, alcohol allowed on Department of Corrections state property. Violators are subject to arrest. All violators are subject to arrest. All vehicles entering the property are subject to search. Okay. He's pushing me back. Keep out. Restricted area. Danger. Patrol dogs. This one?
No, sir. Keep walking straight around the corner. Be about 700 feet down on your left.
700 feet. 700 feet. So that's restricted. Nope. Violators are subject to arrest and prosecute pursuant to Massachusetts general laws. So the state police are on their way. 700 feet on my left. And I'll be talking with the state police regarding their signage on the other side. At the wildlife trail entrance where I came from. This guy's creeping, he won't identify. Caution, speed bumps. Okay. No signs yet. Maybe those? Well, that says that way. No trespassing, Mass Department of Corrections is in the woods there. That ain't it. That ain't it. Maybe it's this sign over here. Oh, he stopped. Maybe these of them? Massachusetts Department of Correction, no trespassing, state correctional institution property. Violators will be prosecuted. Okay. Alright. Right now? So here's your signs, guys. There he is. He came creeping again. They must be really close and on their way. I don't even think he has jurisdiction outside of that sign. Look at this. Yep. Back on your property then, buddy. You're in a restricted area, sir. We're gonna play this game, huh? This is how you push them back, guys. It's fair, guys. I mean, like I said, there was no sign on the other side. I am gonna try to report that to them and let them know. But on this side is not where I entered, and there are signs over here. So that's why you always give them a chance to show you the signage, so you're not breaking the law, so you're not making that mistake, because that's not what I'm out here to do. If you're allowed to be on the property, you're allowed to be on the property, but as long as there's no trespassing signs, then you have to abide by that law. So, as of right now, it doesn't look like the jailer over here is abiding by his own jurisdiction and policy at this point. So I'll push him out a little bit. And there he is still. Still following me off of his property. I don't even know who you are, buddy. Just keep driving, man. Yeah, I don't know why you stopping. I'm wondering that. Okay. Have a good one. Keep wondering, buddy. Keep wondering. This guy. Yeah, that's how you push him, guys. Just like that. He's playing games. Definitely playing games, guys. All right, everyone. That's going to be it over here at the North Central Correctional Institution. I ended up leaving the property because there was a no restricted sign that was advised by the correctional officer. And so I made my way over to it. I did come in from the other entrance. I'll put the map up on the screen here in a second. State police were dispatched, but I don't see them in my presence at any point in time of this video.
This audit proves one thing: signs matter. If public access is restricted, it must be clearly marked, not hidden behind intimidation. Always know where you stand, ask for lawful orders, and never surrender your rights to vague claims. The law isn't a feeling, it's a fact. Ever wonder what happens when a simple camera sends an entire fire department into panic mode? In today's story, a First Amendment auditor calmly records in public until the fire crew spots him and quickly calls the police. But as confusion builds and accountability is questioned, it becomes clear this encounter is about more than just a lens. It's about rights, power, and public transparency.
Hello. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. So there was somebody upstairs just taking either video or pictures of me, which is fine. I'm not upset about it or anything.
Okay.
I did catch them doing that, so I'd like to have their name so I can pull the records on that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go again, please.
Chief Birkenbush?
Yeah.
So there was somebody upstairs, okay, in the back parking lot, and they were taking pictures of me and video recording. I saw them, and I have it on video. Okay. So I'm going to FOIA request that. Freedom of Information Act? Yeah. That is now public record. They created a public record, so I need their name so I can put that record request in.
Okay. Hold on 2 seconds while I find out who it was.
I appreciate it, Chief. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Do you, what's their position?
He's a lieutenant.
He's a lieutenant?
Yeah.
All right, because he didn't want to identify when I asked him. Well, it's policy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you want to talk to him or not, but, you know, he did create a public record, so it's against the law if he deletes that, okay? I just wanted him to know that, if you want to relate that message to him. A lot of people don't know about public records, and that, you know, by using your personal phone while in the course of your duties,
I know. My phone's subject to everything.
Well, I mean, certain things, you know what I mean? As long as you're creating a public record, you know what I mean? It does become public, so. Where would I go and get this record? Would I go to town hall?
Yeah, you'd have to go to town hall.
I spoke with the mayor earlier, so I'll probably just go to the office over there and talk to her.
Okay.
Probably make it a lot easier. But.
Okay.
All right, Chief, I appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yep, you too. So Lieutenant Jim Bateman Lieutenant Jim Bateman is the one who is upstairs taking that video and or recording of me. The chief was pretty good, pretty respectful, professional, and you know, I usually don't typically visit with the
A329
fire departments.
29. Suspicious activity call called in by the fire department to the rear of the station. I've got some people out back there. Lieutenant's requesting a police officer.
Regional, is that behind the fire station or police station?
Control called us. I believe it's behind the fire station at this time.
Yes, sir. I'll head over as well.
Where is it?
Regional from 20.
Regional entry 20.
I checked the area. I don't see those bodies any longer.
Where is it?
How you doing? Are you Jim Bateman?
I am.
You are. So you're the one who took the video recording of me, huh?
I am.
Why didn't you identify when I asked you?
Because I was concerned for my safety.
Oh, really? All the way from up there, huh?
Absolutely.
Your safety with the camera? I know it's so dangerous these days. Cameras.
Never know.
Yeah.
Never know. There's strange people out there doing strange things.
Is it? Yeah. Maybe you're strange. Maybe you're just being strange up there in your office, doing absolutely nothing, recording me. Don't delete that, all right, Jim? It's public record, buddy. Don't break the law. I'm gonna grab that from you, Jim. Identify next time, for my safety. Unbelievable.
Regional entry 22.
Car number 405.
Regional answer.
I'll be out with those parties behind the fire department.
Receive.
How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Sergeant? You're not too far from home over there, are you? You here for me or what?
I don't know. You gotta go
What
ask
do you-
those guys.
You don't know what? The fire department called the police? Dude, how ironic is that? That's so silly. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just.
Have you spoken to him? Is there a problem?
No, I don't have an issue. It seemed like maybe Jim Bateman, the lieutenant up there,
Yeah.
he was taking video up there with me, which is fine, you know. But he did create a public record. So I went to go talk to the chief real quick to get his name so I could identify him.
So what's your deal? What are you doing? Like a YouTube channel or something?
Yeah, that's all, man. You know?
Right.
Yeah, not out here to bother anybody, you know?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You familiar with us?
No.
With the First Amendment auditing and stuff like that? You guys do training on it, or?
Would you guys know?
Huh?
Training for you?
No, not me personally. Just like, you know, First Amendment auditing. You know, like an audit. You know what an audit is, right? Yeah. I mean, do you guys, like, look into that and try to, you know, your protocols, your procedures on them? I mean, do you guys know anything about that?
No, not really.
Really?
I hate to agree with it.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, there he is. Jim Bateman. He's scared of a camera, he said. Kind of funny.
Stop, bro. Here's the video. Good enough for me.
I don't know. He's concerned for his safety because of my camera, which makes no sense to me.
Always we'd explain to him why you're out here, and he understands now.
I mean, he could have asked me too instead of just video recording and not identifying himself up in the
you
window.
understand. I mean, you know, we have to.
No, you need to understand, Jim, that you work for us, okay, the people, and that when somebody asks you to identify, you need to identify.
Actually, he's self-employed,
He still works for the city of Amesbury.
but he pays taxes, so he's self-employed.
What does that matter? He
He
still
works for you.
he still works in the city of Amesbury, right? Okay. So
He gets it now.
I hope so. I mean, look, I'm not out here to bother anybody. I just, if he needs the education part, then that's where I come in, and that's where you guys come in.
Educated me.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Thank you. Stay safe, bro.
You too, man. Can I just get your name? Badge number? Name?
Badge number 29.
Awesome, man. Professional.
Take care.
Thank you. Sarge, can I get your name, badge number? Please?
Noyes. N-O-Y-E-S.
N-O-Y-E-S.
Yeah, no, yes. Easy to
Okay.
remember.
Yeah. You got a badge?
22, I said.
20? Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. All right, man. So you guys got a call number on this, or are you going to do a report?
What's that?
You going to do like a narrative report on this, or?
I'm not, no.
Well, somebody's got it, right?
No.
So there's like no call number, there's no...
There could be a call number, I don't know.
What?
We'll talk to dispatch.
Well, I mean, you're the sergeant, right?
Yeah.
So you would know if there's a call.
Well, there is a call.
Okay. So I like to pull those records, is what I'm saying. So if there's a call...
Yeah, if you go in the front lobby,
Okay.
there's a form you fill out.
Yep.
And you just give it to them. However long it takes, they'll get it back to you.
Okay. Do you have a call number?
No, I don't.
You don't? All right.
But I mean, the front lobby's right there. Go
I know
ask
where it
them.
is. All right.
All right.
No problem.
Regional, please, 22.
Regional answer.
Lobby clear, spoke to.
Receive.
Just gonna do a 6-point turn. See you later. No, yes, yes, no. See you later. All right, so Jimmy Boy is educated. Still peeking out the windows, huh? You guys are funny, man. I should come around the fire departments more often. You guys are worse than the cops sometimes. I don't know, man. Times are tough, huh? You're fired. No pun intended. Yeah, guys. I mean, sometimes the fire departments are they act up a little bit more than the actual police do. So. So I am going to go inside and pull that record. I usually don't do it with the fire departments, but Jimmy Boy over here needed some education, so I figured I'd give him some, you know?
All for it.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, you want to just give me that photo or video now instead of making me go to town hall and get it?
You want me to send it to you?
Yeah? Can you really? Dude, that'll be so much easier, man. You know? If you want to do that, I'll give you my email. You want to write it down? Sees a lot of town halls, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I get what you're doing. Yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm concerned about any...
Then you should ask, man. Lieutenant, you got to ask, you know. We do work with each other. We're the public, and you work for the public, so...
I 100% get that.
You know what I mean? Just ask. Hey, look. Hey, what are you doing?
If you want, just write that down.
Yep.
I just, we've got spare equipment and spare materials up back. Just want to make sure nothing goes stolen again. We've had other stuff in the past.
I get it. Has it really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I have no problem with you like video recording and stuff like that, you know. But if you have any questions, then just ask. Be like, hey, can I help you? Or
Yep.
and I'll just say, hey, no, I'm just out here video recording. I'm not bothering anybody. You know, you can keep an eye on me.
My
And
job is not to come out and interact with you and do that.
Of course it
I
is.
call next door to the
Of
police.
course it is.
I let them deal with that. That is their job. My job is just to look over the station.
Yeah,
and
observe,
protect,
report.
Protect my guys.
I got you, man.
My guys take care of the job.
yeah, no, I don't think anybody's against you guys at all. I mean,
And I'm not against you.
Yeah.
Trust me. Trust me. I am not against you and what you're doing.
Yeah, I
I've
appreciate
seen
it.
more than enough videos where I agree with what you're doing.
Have you?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let me write this down real quick.
Yep.
I appreciate you being more cordial at this time. You know what I mean?
Yep. Like I said, it's just my concern up there that we have somebody that I don't know,
Yep.
stranger, walking around out the backyard near, fire department equipment.
I got you.
Personal vehicle. That's all it is.
It's a lot of people like to see the fire trucks, and I'm sure people come here all the time and say, "Hey, can I?"
Yeah, but they come off front. Because of that, we've had to put this up.
Yeah, have you?
Because we can't have people
Just walking in, yeah, of course.
So that's it. And again, anybody comes up and just says, we want to talk to you, we get a question, we get that, we're always accommodating.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
We've done 2 tours this morning for kids.
Have you really?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Good. I mean, look, I have 3 generations of fire department, in my family.
Whereabouts?
In Boston, Rescue 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
All right, cool. I got a bunch of friends on down in Boston right
Do you?
now. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's accountability for all 15 at yahoo.com.
Okay.
Send it over whenever you can.
Yep.
And then,
No problem. What's your name?
my name?
Yeah.
Radio.
No, I mean seriously.
Seriously, it's Mark.
Mark?
Yeah.
Jeff, please meet you.
All right, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just out here educating people. Some people don't know.
Listen, I get it.
You know?
Keep doing what you're doing. That's fine. And I'll send that over to you.
Okay.
But like I said, my concern, just as an officer, I got to worry about their personal vehicles, anybody on the property, anybody
gotcha.
out back, anybody gets hurt, equipment goes missing.
Yeah.
That's all I see.
I mean, if you're in the window, man, just ask. Be like, hey, can I help you? Is there anything? Yeah, hey, my name's
Yep.
Bateman.
Yep.
I'm with the fire department in Amesbury. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yep.
It's just professional, you know what I mean?
I got you.
There's no need to kind of back off and call the police. You're not there
Well,
yet.
again, it is a police issue for me. It's
Yeah.
because there's somebody that we don't know doing something
On
that's
public
somewhat
property.
suspicious. It's still suspicious.
It's not illegal, man.
I know it's not illegal,
Yeah.
but it still is a suspicious activity.
Yeah.
So that I'm not involved in that. I
Yeah.
just call over next door to dispatch and say, hey, listen.
I was out back there for almost an hour. Not there particularly. I was just filming the police station
Yep.
around the area.
No, I get it.
And they didn't even approach me.
Yep.
And all of a sudden I come into a lieutenant with Bateman and I'm like,
Well, again, we've
Yeah.
never had an interaction.
Yeah.
And again, I've never had somebody up in the backyard
No.
videotaping. So
Unless they had
looking at our
nefarious.
equipment,
I gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So
You guys have cameras back there?
I don't think we have cameras back there. There are some cameras around.
Yeah.
The police department, I
Yeah.
believe, has some. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
but
there you
still,
go,
You know, it's still a concern. You always look out. It's even at night. I'll
Yeah.
hear somebody going out through out back. I
Yeah,
always check
because it
out
is all
back.
public access back
It
there
is,
too.
it is, but
There's
you
no
never
restriction.
know-
I
you never
know.
know.
I got you.
We've had car break-ins throughout town at times and stuff like that. So I'm always looking out for guys' vehicles and our equipment. So.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Okay, man.
Be safe. All right.
I'll send that over.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So we're at the police department. How you doing? Hey, how's it going? I need to make a public records request for the call that was just made with the fire department.
This encounter is a reminder that public employees work for the people and recording in public isn't a crime. Instead of escalating suspicion, a simple "can I help you" goes a long way. Stay calm, stay informed, and always know your rights, because when you do, you don't just protect yourself, you educate the system.